Slay the Spire stream. I'm your host, Vegetable Bread. Today we're going to be continuing with the Infinite Ladder series, and we're going to start on Watcher next. Well, let's get into it. We're going to be on Ascension 2, same as last time we were on Watcher. We got ranked down on our silent run. Managed to die in Act 2, I believe. 7 max HP for 250 gold. Hurts a little bit more on Ascension 2 than it does on Ascension 20, because on Ascension 20 you lose a little bit of starting health. So losing 7 max HP doesn't cost any current health, it only costs max health, whereas now it costs both current health and max health. Trading out for a boss relic is something I usually do on Watcher. 3 random potions is a little bit better than normal because we actually have room for all of them. And removing a card from your deck is probably a non-starter because we need those strikes to kill Act 20 elites. Okay, so basically, if there's a good path with a shop, we can take the gold, otherwise we're taking a trade for a boss relic. So the paths with a shop are this, fight that elite, or this, and fight either this or that elite. This elite does have Fire Elite Fire, which is really nice. And we can get 3 elites in the act, each of them surrounded by fires, which is pretty outstanding. But it seems like I might prefer to get there while actually doing 3 guaranteed fights. I guess I can get there with 3 fights if I go this way, instead of taking this question mark. Usually you want to take a question mark before a shop, whereas this has a shop and then a question mark later. But the number of elites and fires on that path is outstanding. So I think we're going to go for 250 gold here. Go to that shop. Oh. Hey, Coconut, you've been summoned. Yep, no complaining. Kieran demands your presence. Are you trying to do escapees? You trying to go over the back, huh? What are you gonna do when you get there? Kieran, I haven't seen you around in a while. Welcome back. I think we're just gonna defend here. Okay, what's happening now? Alright, there you go. We were all here for that. Coconut climbed over my shoulders. Let's punch this nerd. And kill him. Great, perfect fight. That's what you hope for. Hey Yvonne, how's it going? I sincerely hope, Yvonne, that you saw Coconut climb over my shoulder just now. Because if you missed that, I would be sad. Yeah, no worries. Everybody's welcome whenever. I don't take attendance here. You're welcome to lurk or chat, hang out, watch some video games. Fear No Evil's great. Puts us in a good position to do some stance changing. Lets us enter Wrath mode more aggressively, since we'll have an extra Wrath exit. I honestly didn't think she could do it. She was like kind of like squirming and like clawed her way towards the shoulder, and I was like, oh shit, I guess this is happening. And yeah, she didn't even tear my shirt or anything. She just like got up on the shoulder and then jumped on the couch. She was like, yeah, I know how to do this. I'm a cat. I wish that I could award people channel points. Be like, you know, so I'm a DM. So if somebody does something really funny at the table, like makes everybody laugh, or like does something really creative, really does something in character, I can be like, you get inspiration, and then they can spend the inspiration on whatever, getting advantage on a roll or something, getting some sort of minor favorable outcome. And I wish I could do that for chat. You'd be like, Good job. You were right. I was wrong. Here's some points. But there's no mechanism for me to do that I'm aware of. So Fear No Evil is great. Good for stance changing. Cut Through Fate is also really good. Improves your deck quality quite a bit. Consecrate, also really good. Consecrate's particularly good on the first floor because we don't have any access to AoE right now. So these are all like really high tier picks. Usually you don't see a Fear No Evil, so I don't really like have a standard how good I think that is on floor 1. Fear No Evil is probably better than every attack common. Because Cut Through Fate is among the best attack commons, and so is Consecrate. But I think Fear No Evil is the pick here. Because it both does more damage and changes your stance, which is really important. So let's grab it. Alright. Strange Spoon, Tori, and Bronze Scales are the relics. We could buy Tori and not much else. Not very useful against Slime Boss. Although, it doesn't really need to be. You think this run is dead? What? That's crazy. This is Ascension 2, my friend. We're playing Watcher. I think we have a very high win rate from this position. Oh, you're trying to use your inspiration to kill the run. I see. If you have a d20 near you, roll it twice and tell me the lower one. And if the lower one is a 20, I will lose the run. Alright, I have a d20. Hold on, let's do this. Okay, well, I've gotten a d20 for you. I'll wait for you to come back, because you may have already left for your car. There's a chat delay. Sanctity is great, and it's on sale. If we want to buy that, though, we can't buy Tori. What do we do with Strange Spoon on Watcher? I think mostly we just get Miracles back, which is irritating. So we probably don't want Strange Spoon. Good morning, Sir Artemal. I'm doing good. Yeah, we are playing with dice. So if Yvonne can roll a natural 20 with disadvantage, then I'm going to lose the run. That's what he's using his inspiration on. So I don't want Strange Spoon. I do want Tori, but it's very expensive. Weave is really nice to pick up on floor 2, because it's really early, so we know that we're doing Weave stuff. So we could pick up like Weave, Sanctity, Bronze Scales, card remove. That's a thing. Ooh, Sir Artemal wants to playtest again. Okay, well, I will put you on the list. Alright, let me switch back to game stuff. Okay. We could play Panache. We could pick up like Panache Weave. I did not roll for you. I was waiting for you to get back. If you did not get dice, then I will roll for you. Yvonne has acquired inspiration from means that are unclear to me. mainly he was excited about Coconut. So now if he is able to roll a natural 20 with disadvantage, I will lose the run. Because he said so. Yeah, sure, go for it. I'm not sure if I'm going to trust you if you do say it's 20 though. I think you roll a d20 just once, and if it's a 20, then I will roll to confirm on stream. How about that? So you roll the first one, I'll roll the second one. I think I like the panache weave thing. That sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah, I like physical dice, but you're right. Establishing trust in Yvonne's dice rolling is difficult. Here, I'll just roll both on stream. Okay, how about that? Okay, so let's let me pull up the camera. And then okay, so here's the dice. There's my fingernail clippers as well. You don't need to see that. Okay, so here we go. So the first one was a 12, so that's going to be, we're not going to lose the round. Then the lower one was a 5, so you rolled a 5 with disadvantage here. So you failed your check. Okay, so Panache Weave Sanctity is a thing. How much does that cost? That costs 113 plus 196. So it's like 300 and, I don't know, 10 or something. So I wouldn't be able to buy anything else. Other plan is Bronze Scales Card Remove Weave. Seems like we're buying Weave either way. Is that wise? Don't check Discord. I saw that you posted a picture, but I didn't have time to load the picture before I switched back. Despite the fact that I rely on my internet for a portion of my livelihood, this portion, I do not have great internet speed. Ooh, you've got a bunch of dice. That's nice. I think Panache Weave Sanctity is the most fun thing, and I think fun is important. Oh, we have 50, so we can buy a strength potion. I thought we were going to have less than 50. We could buy a power potion. Or we could buy a follow-up. It's also available. Let's buy a strength potion. It's the most reliable option that makes us better against specifically Gremlin Numb. Okay, starting out with Panache here. Nobody is entering a stance, so we can't Fear No Evil to enter, but we can break both, which is nice. I probably put those attacks on the wrong target. I'm weakened now, so I should have put him to 8. Could have put both to 8. That's not what I did. Okay, I don't really want to draw a card with Sanctity, because I don't want to waste Eruption, so I'll Sanctity first. And then we're going to proc Panache this turn to win. We have Flurry of Blows available. We already have Weave, so I'm not super excited about Flurry of Blows. Evaluate helps us trigger Panache quite a bit. Are we gonna die to Time Lord? Did I if I shift too hard to do Panache stuff, we're gonna die to Time Lord. I'm always doing that where I see Kunai or Shuriken and I'm like, okay, let's do this without considering the Time Lord implications. I don't think Evaluate pick is defensible here. We've got Sanctity already, so I don't think we can pick Evaluate. Let's go ahead and pick Follow-Up. So this is zero cost attack. Does 7 damage. Flurry of Blows is zero cost attack, does 4 damage. It's more reliably zero cost, but then it also redraws itself. I'll take follow-up because it does more damage. Okay. It would be very difficult to trigger Panache this turn, but it is not impossible. Oh, Weave is what we needed, so we can actually trigger it here. So, okay, so we're gonna hit everything on back slime because we're triggering Panache. So the front slime is already dead. Cool. Alright, we're full on potions. Foresight seems great. We already have a Weave in the deck, so let's grab that. Alright, we managed to finish our first 3 easy pool fights at max HP. So I guess we're taking an upgrade here. Probably Panache. 14 damage is more than 10. Okay, so we want to get Panache developed, I think, before we change his stance. Although we have a tremendous amount of damage available right now. This is like certainly our max damage turn. But we have both Panache and Foresight, so I think it's pretty important that we wait here. It's really unfortunate that like it's hard to consider spin down dice fair, right? Because you can try and roll them around a a plane or whatever and try to get because like spin downs are really convenient for Magic. So okay, so we're developing Panache, and I think we're gonna defend Sanctity and look for Foresight and find it. We could trigger Panache this turn, but that would wake him up, and we don't really want to wake him up right now. We want only attacks this turn. This is not a great wake up. So we can play 5 cards, but we'd have to like miracle out a defend, which seems pretty underwhelming. So I think we just strike, follow up, save the Panache trigger for later. We do need to block. It's hard to get Weave back with such a small deck. And no source of scrying other than Foresight. We can enter Column, that seems good. And then I think we're gonna, like, Miracle, Sanctity, defend. Or I guess we'll Sanctity and Miracle defend. We don't want to draw Eruption, so we might want to play it next turn. Alright, so there's our 1 Panache trigger for the fight. He is still attacking, so we probably don't want Eruption here. But we can Eruption and Vigilance, I guess. So we can Eruption, Weave, Vigilance. We can fit in Strike too if we want. We can just Strike and Fire Pot. We're getting quite a bit of health out of the Fire Pot, so I think that's probably worth it. Okay. Ooh, we get card remove, huh? If we want to trigger Panache every turn, we probably pick Inner Peace. It's also a stance-changing card with Fear No Evil. And it draws cards. We got some zero-cost stuff. Seems reasonable. None of these are attacks, which would be the best, probably. But I'll take Inner Peace. Let's see. It seems like we need Eruption to be decosted. to trigger Panache, we need to play 5 cards a turn, and Eruption is kind of preventing us from doing that. It's our only Calm exit, and we've got 3 Calm enters. So it's really important that we're able to play Eruption. Yuck, Juzu. Yeah, okay. Golden Idol for 0 current HP. Sanctity doesn't draw 3 cards, does it? No, of course not. We're just looking for a damage upgrade here. Free no even follow-up. Follow-up gets 4, I guess. Weave probably happens more, but it only gets 2 damage. Follow-up upgrade. 4 extra damage on the 0 cost attack seems pretty serious. Yeah, it's weird because we've been talking a lot on this stream about who the Gremlin Horn is from. Is it from Gremlin Knob or Gremlin Leader? But the thing to me is it looks exactly like Gremlin Knob's horn. It just, the art is exactly the same. Also, do his horns twist like in a clockwise way? I just noticed that like there's shadow on the back horn, which sort of implies that it's not coming forward like the other one. It's going actually behind him. So he's like a tornado of horns. Because if it was going forward, it would end like over here, but it ends over here. Truly, the mystery of the Gremlin Knob may never be completely understood. We probably don't want to play Miracle on any other turn, so getting 10 damage with it right now seems pretty reasonable. We can also trigger Panache again with Distilled Chaos, most likely. We probably want to play Distilled Chaos in this fight, and we probably don't want to play it after this turn. So maybe we just trigger it right now. Actually, I'm going to restart the fight and do that first, in case we go into Eruption. Opposite Panache first. Okay, we did go into Eruption. Okay, good fight. Oh my god, we do have Kunai. Okay, well, I guess we're doing it. Hopefully we can outscale Time Lord. Another 0 cost attack is available. We need some more card draw, so maybe we take Wheel Kick. Wheel Kick's a little bit tough to run on 3 energy. But we do have some 0 cost stuff. Not a ton, though. Weave and Panache is pretty much it. We do have a lot of Calm Enters. We already have some card draw. We've got Inner Peace, so we don't, like, need Wheel Kick. We pick Sands of Time. Sands of Time also is sometimes a 0 cost attack. Sands of Time is also excellent for breaking Slime Boss, which is a fight that is nearly upon us. But Wheel Kick is also pretty good at breaking Slime Boss. It's just less consistently available, since you can sort of save Sands of Time for that specific turn. I think we're pretty unlikely to want Establishment, which is a good friend of Sands of Time. So I don't think we pick Sands of Time here. But I do think we pick Wheel Kick. It's just too good. And probably upgrade it. 5 extra damage. Draw an extra card with that. I think we want the extra damage. We're probably playing Wheel Kick most of the time when we see it, so might as well get the upgrade. And we're really looking for a Just Lucky. No. We can Eruption Wheel Kick to kill one of the outside ones on turn 1. We can also Vigilance to block for free. If we Vigilance, Eruption, Wheel Kick, that's 3 cards, and spends all of our energy, but then we can Miracle out of Defend. We're taking 10 to do this plan, and we're ending in Eruption, which is a little bit scary. I think we'll give it a shot, because it kills one of the outside ones on turn 1. It may also trigger kunai, depending on what we draw from wheel kick. It did. Oh, we don't have panache. My god. I'm gonna keep this line. I'm gonna reset the fight if I don't draw an attack next turn. Just to save time. Okay, so I did get an attack. And I got a stance exit, which is nice. So I can double strike this sentry and then fear no evil that one. We're in calm right now, so this draws 3 cards, so I'll keep it. This draws 2 cards. I don't want to play both. I just want to draw 3, I think. Okay, so we did draw some block. We could just take our time through this fight. I think we'll just go take it slow, block out. Or in this phase, because he's not attacking next turn. So we just want to beat him up. Okay, and this contains eruption, so we win. Cool. Took a little bit of damage in that fight. We do have some pretty good stance changing for Mental Fortress. We also have kunai though, so we don't really need powers to block for us. Spirit Shield is a little bit clunky as well. We have a lot of card draw, so we don't really want to be adding 2-cost things to the deck. But Spirit Shield is also just like really effective. And if we're going to pick one block card and act, having it be a Spirit Shield is pretty reasonable. I guess we picked Sanctity already, but that was from a shop, so it felt a little different. Okay. Looks like we're smithing all the way through. We never rested in this act. I like drawing an extra card from Inner Peace. Spirit Shield is usually enough to block already. Alright, Panache Wheel Kick turn 1 seems okay. I don't know if we're going to be able to trigger Wheel Kick, or trigger Panache, but if we get Weave, we can, at the very least, get a Dex, which is great. We can Miracle out a Strike if we want to trigger Panache. So that does 16. He would be at 92. Seems like maybe we need the Miracle for the attack turn. I don't think we're killing him in the first cycle. But I don't think we're getting any more damage than 10 out of the Miracle, so let's do it now. Oh, we just 14 now, that's right. So we can break him this turn if we want. Eruption follow-up strike does 9 plus 22 is 31 plus 12 is 43. So he ends up splitting at whatchamacallit, 45, which is not bad. Or we could just Eruption this turn and be in Wrath mode for next turn. It looks like next turn doesn't have a ton of damage in it. So let's just split him now. We get a Dex too. Alright, only one's attacking. But we can't split him. We can like Vigilance Inner Peace and shuffle. Don't really want that. I think it's probably just like strike inner piece, or strike sanctity inner piece maybe. So he's hitting for 18. And we'd be blocking for 8, so we'd take 10 here. I guess if we draw this card, yeah, we can't play it, we don't have enough energy. Unless this gives us energy, but that doesn't seem like it's worth doing. I guess we can block out with Sanctity Vigilance, or Vigilance Sanctity. Probably Sanctity Vigilance so we don't miss Foresight. We do become weak though, and we miss the 12 damage from the Wrath mode strike. But if we go into Calm here, we're much more likely to trigger Panache when we draw Eruption next time. So I think we're going to bide our time. Alright, Spirit Shield blocks out. We can play Spirit Shield and develop Foresight. And then I think next turn is probably go. Depending on what Foresight tells us. Okay, there's Eruption. I'm going to assume we don't need to defend. We're going to break the Acid Slime. Ooh. Okay, let's draw some cards first. So Eruption takes us up to 3 energy, and then we can Wheel Kick, Strike. It's only 3 cards, so we're not triggering Panache. We do 36 damage though, so we can just break Acid Slime. Seems okay. I don't know how this works. I should know how this interaction works, Foresight Weave. It comes up a lot, but I don't. I don't know if you draw your hand immediately after Foresight triggers, or if you have a chance for Weave to come back. I guess let's do Science and find out. Let's see if Weave comes back. It does not. Okay. Well, now I know. Looks like we have Lethal too. Cool. Well, that was perfect Slime Boss fight. And we're off to the races. Okay, so Master Reality seems bad. Lessons Learned actually doesn't seem super necessary. We got a ton of upgrades in Act 1. We never rested, so we got 4 upgrades. But we don't really need Brilliance, because we don't have any Mantra. And it's kind of just like a big attack. Maybe we do need another just like 1 mana big attack, because we're going to start removing strikes eventually. I wish this was... Honestly, I would pick Flying Sleeves over Brilliance right now. Flying Sleeves is really helpful, because it like you can retain it, so you could just keep it until you need a card. Let's think about this for a second. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I don't think the pick is ever Master Reality. Mostly just because it's a bad card, but also because it's not particularly good here. If we take Lessons Learned, how does that change the deck? Well, it probably upgrades all of our strikes and defends eventually. Because this is side quests, so we've got something to do. We're pretty good at side quests, because by the time we stabilize with Kunai, we can basically just block for 1,000,000 every turn. But we end up trading some health for those upgrades, because you have to keep the fight going a little longer. We just don't have any upgrades we need. They would all be helpful, though. It's hard to turn down the Lessons Learned. It's also an attack, so if we get an energy relic, we can theoretically use Lessons Learned to trigger Kunai. It's a bad attack, though, right? Like, feed the Ironclad quest attack, basically. It's basically the same thing, except it costs 1 less and gives you max HP instead of upgrades. Which is weird, because Ironclad is like the upgrade class, right? It's like you've got Searing Blow and armaments and lots of upgradey things. So it seems like Lessons Learned should be an Ironclad card. And it's weird that it's just like, it's so similar to an existing Ironclad card. Anyway, I'm not sure why I'm talking about Ironclad right now. But like, okay, so Feed is just like a good card, right? It's just 1 mana, deal 10 damage. Like, that's better than almost any damage common. So you never feel bad putting it in the deck. But Lessons Learned, like, we've got kind of a tight deck, right? Like, we need to be wheel kicking, drawing cards like Just Lucky, and triggering our Kunai and surviving fights, right? And Lessons Learned does not do that. It maybe makes our Just Luckies better, but it doesn't really participate. Brilliance kind of participates. 1 mana attacks are like an acceptable part of the combo, but it's not the good part. So if we're picking Brilliance, we're kind of hoping that we find more mantra stuff. Hey, Guitarl Herm, how's it going? Am I pronouncing that right? Can you let me know? Guitarl? I see the word guitar, and I'm like, aha, I know how to pronounce that. And then Laherm has got me. So, okay, I think the primary thing we're thinking about if we pick Brilliance is Prostrate. Prostrate is like a 0 mana card that gives you block. Yeah, Skip is totally a viable option. But if we get Prostrate, then we're generating mantra. So Brilliance is actually doing more damage. Interesting. Is it pronounced like William? It's hard for me to pronounce. It's hard for me to imagine the whole thing, Guitarl Herm, being pronounced as William. I'm sure that I'm mangling it if it's Portuguese. Is Portuguese like a soft G language? So it'd be like Guitarl Herm? Guitarlum? I don't know how to pronounce things. Okay, so Brilliance is great with Prostrate. We don't have any Prostrates, and that's kind of like, it's like 2 steps down the chain for being good with Kunai. So I think it's between Skip and Brilliance. Master Reality is bad. Lessons Learned is too disruptive to the combo. I think Brilliance is probably too disruptive as well. Just like, it's basically adding a new Guitar Lierme. I see. Okay. Guitar is probably easier. Guitar Lierme. I like that. Yeah, I think Brilliance and Skip are the picks, and I think it's probably Skip. The deck is good enough without adding a whole new mantra vector. If we get a Brilliance later after picking a bunch of Prostrates, that's great, but we're not there yet. Energy would be really appreciated. If we pick Runic Dome and we do live the dream where we get a bunch of Just Luckies, then we don't really care what they're doing. They speak Portuguese in a lot of different time zones. I don't know how you're making assertions about Guitar's time zone. Portuguese is one of those previously imperial countries, so they spread it around. Not quite like, you know, well, I don't know. I don't know if Portugal was as aggressive at expanding its language as, for example, France was. Or if they were just more interested in colonial possessions. Yeah, but do they speak Portuguese in Brazil? Or, you know, like that's kind of what I'm saying. Okay, so Runic Tome is good because if we do Just Luckies, we're blocking a lot every turn, no matter what. Runic Tome is scary because as a kunai deck, we kind of have to choose between triggering kunai and blocking sometimes. And making that choice is really difficult if we have Runic Tome. So there's the pros and cons of that. Sozu is great. We just don't get potions. We don't like super need potions. Potions are actually pretty helpful, especially like an attack potion can help us turn a 2-attack turn into a kunai triggering turn. And we had a very successful Black Star run recently. It does seem like these low ascension runs are pretty capable of just stomping on all over elites. I am a little bit afraid of kunai in Act 2, because it does take us a second to get started. And, for example, slavers do not give you a second to get started. So I'm pretty afraid of Black Star, and I'm afraid of Runic Dome too. So I think it's Sozu here. Sozu's way better than Skip, and I'm not sure these are. I mean, Black Star is also better than Skip because there's no downside, but I think it's Sozu. Alright, Champ. Well, we can outscale Champ pretty easily already. Kunai is really good against him. We have 324, so we can go to a shot pretty easily, if we would like to do that. 2 question marks seems good. If we can survive this elite. And then we have an optional second and third elite with some fires. We get a little fire after it too. Another question mark. That seems like a pretty good route. What else do we have? We have this route. That's got 3 question marks. And then a fire elite fire, which is always nice. We are forced into a second elite there. And then we can get another fire elite fire. That seems like a really nice route. 3 elites, but there's no shop there unless one of these question marks is, and we have 330 gold. So Brazil certainly has a much larger population than Portugal, but what percentage of Brazil's population speaks Portuguese? Is it all of them? Or I thought there was a lot of just like, I thought there was a lot of Spanish speaking there as well. I suppose Spanish and Portuguese are highly related, but not necessarily enough to cross-communicate reliably. I like that left-right a lot. I'm not super concerned with spending all the money. So I think we go for the question marks. We would really like to turn into a vampire, is what I'm saying. These strikes want to turn into bites really bad. It takes a while for kunai decks to get started. So being able to reclaim that health with the bites would be really useful. Wow, okay. I had no idea. Okay, so we can trigger kunai and then get some block. I don't mind using the miracle this turn because our decks can get junked up anyway. We can interpiece to draw cards and then eruption and do a whole bunch of stuff. Maybe even triggering panache. maybe just winning the fight. Okay, that works too. Tranquility is yet another way of speaking, entering calm. We need more exits before we take more calm enters, or another wrath enter. If we found the tantrum, I could take tranquility. Study helps us proc panache, but it's very slow. And flurry of blows helps us trigger kunai. And it's a zero cost attack. I think I'd like to fill the zero cost attack slots with specifically just lucky instead of flurry of blows. We don't do that much stance changing, so I don't want to lean into that super hard. We're mostly using inner piece for card draw, and pretty much just switching to eruption once a fight. I'm not against flurry of blows. I could take one later, but I don't think I'm going to take one now. 50% Wrath is a lot better than 100% Wrath. And I do like relics. We have some pretty decent card draw. We've got Wheel Kick and Sanctity, so we can draw past the Wrath. It's not a huge problem. Makes our turn 1 pretty bad, though. And turn 1's kind of a big problem with kunai decks already, so I think we'll skip it. Do we read the book? So we've downgraded Eruption. We do have Wheel Kick, though, so we should definitely read it. Double Wheel Kick is insane. We also have full health, so might as well spend it on something. We did get Necronomicon. Okay. We can start this fight off with a double Wheel Kick. Trigger kunai. Yeah, we got the book. Very exciting. So we could Fear No Evil and maybe set him up for dying next turn, or we could Foresight. I'm pretty into Foresight, I think. Alright, we definitely get rid of the Weave here. We might need Spirit Shield. Okay, so plays Panache first and then Spirit Shield. And then Weave. I don't want to play Eruption unless we have Lethal. 9 plus 24, we do have Lethal. Yep, with Panache Lethal. The best kind. Okay. Cut Through Fate is great. Cut Through Fate helps us find our zero cost stuff, helps us get back our Weave. We definitely need Cut Through Fate. Helps us trigger Q9. Do we want to be a ghost? A little bit skeptical about ghostiness. Mainly wanted to be a vampire or find ancient writing. Yeah, but I think we do it. Lose a little bit of current HP. The thing about apparitions, though, is A, we're on Ascension 2, so we get 5 of them. And B, they give us something to do at campsites. We want to upgrade those now. Because I'm like basically at full health, and I have been at every campsite so far. So that's something. It really makes me wish I'd picked the lessons learned. I didn't know I was going apparitions. But you know, you don't get to know that at the time. Clearly doing apparitions here. Okay, it is Slavers. Apparition is very useful. Let's play them both, and Spirit Shield. And then I think I will Miracle out of Strike to get 14 AoE damage. Seems like a lot. Alright, we're safe this turn, so let's start with follow-up. And then I guess just play all the other cards. Striking on Slaver means that he's now in range to die to just a random Panache proc. Let's keep these, draw a bunch of cards. Yeah. Double wheel kick seems great. We have to play 2 more cards if we want to trigger Panache, so let's cut through Fate and look for Weave. It's not either of these, so maybe it's this one. Nope. We managed to take 6 in that fight, despite, like, winning by every possible metric. Regal Pillow is totally unnecessary in a ghost deck, but whatever. Maybe we take Consecrate now. It seems like we really need the 0-cost attacks. We have some strong card draw, and we're having trouble triggering Panache and Kunai. And we never did find any other AoE. I didn't take the floor 1 Consecrate, partially because we were looking for Conclude. Conclude is so good, and it was up against Fear No Evil. I think we'll take Consecrate now. It's pretty important to have AoE in Act 2, and we don't currently. We've only lost 6 health, so I think we'll smith another Apparition here. It's really important that we're able to choose when the apparitions happen, because we have a bunch of card draw, so they're going to be in hand a lot. Maw Bank, huh? We're going to have a lot of money for the next shop. Book of Stabbing, you don't say. Let's start off with a double wheel kick. See if we draw a Panache. No. Probably doing Apparition this turn. We could... Let's play this. We could draw cards with Sanctity and see if we have something else we want to play. But I think I'm pretty happy with Fear No Evil Apparition. Just take 1. We do take a we do take a wound. We might do Fear No Evil Apparition Miracle Foresight. Foresight seems pretty good. I think we're mostly looking for intangibles to block, since we have 5 of them in the deck. Okay. There they are. Can't trigger Panache this turn. We'll keep that rolling. I'll keep none of the strikes. We are looking for strike-type things, but we're mostly looking for Eruption first. Okay, Eruption Cut Through Fate should let us trigger Panache this turn. In fact, I think we're guaranteed to get Weave. Yeah, we are. The other card is a Strike. I think I'd rather have a Strike than another Apparition. Double wheel kick is lethal. Got a mummified hand, huh? Diva form sort of leans into the kunai thing, so it takes a while to get started, but then when it does, you really get going. Especially with the card draw from the whatchamacallit, Sanctity and the wheel kick, the double wheel kick. I think we take Demon Form, sure. It's a bit speculative right now. But we have the Apparitions to set up for it too, and 4 energy. So it seems like kind of a slam dunk. Carve Reality is actually quite good too. Since Carve Reality helps us trigger Kunai really easily. It's 1 card with 2 attacks in it. So I think Diva Form is really good here. Alright, 1 last chance to be a vampire. Probably wouldn't even take it if we got it. We can actually heal for 10. It's pretty reasonable. The deck is pretty full, so I don't think we're trying to add too many more cards. I would take another copy of Inner Peace if we saw it. I would definitely take a Lessons Learned now. We'll take a tantrum. We'll take another wheel kick. There are quite a few cards, I guess. I would even take like a cut through fate or a weave and be pretty happy about it. All right, yeah, let's take a card. There's a weave and a cut through fate. Wave the hand. Talk to the hand would be great. There's a just lucky. Halt looks a lot like the text of this should say talk to the hand. It doesn't really look like the art for talk to the hand, but it looks like you're telling somebody to talk to the hand. There's a flying sleeves. I mentioned that as well. It makes it a lot easier to trigger kunai. I'm pretty all in for the just lucky though. Let's get that. Helps us trigger kunai. Also helps benefit from kunai. I like it. Let's Vigilant Sanctity. Try and draw something a little better. It's a pretty unimpressive hand. Do we Eruption this turn? Can we trigger Panache? We could Panache, Eruption, Weave, double defend Miracle. So we can actually trigger Panache. And with the double defend, we are blocking out even if even with Chosen attacking. We've got a lot of calm enters, so I think I like that. We don't even have to spin the Miracle. Oh, we do just to get Panache to trigger, but... so we're doing 14 with Panache. So I only need to do 40 to Cultist. We can't even do 40, so let's just pile in whatever damage we can get. Okay. I guess we're skipping Wheel Kick this turn? Jeez. Maybe we're not skipping Wheel Kick. Maybe we're just skipping Diva Form here. Because we can, like, Wheel Kick, follow up Just Lucky, and Apparition. Wheel Kick also does 80 damage right now, so we're probably just winning the fight. Yeah, okay. Let's look for... Oh wait, Weave is already in the discard? It is. So we're getting Weave back too. Doesn't matter what we choose, because we get Weave back, and that's it as well. Okay. Well, that was fun. There's our conclude. There's a stance exit too. I think we took the Empty Fist. We have a lot of calm enters, and Empty Fist helps us turn those calm enters into energy, and like Panache triggers and Kunai triggers and stuff. Probably another Apparition. I could see Diva Form getting upgraded, but it's probably just another Apparition. Alright, what else you got, Act 2? Got a Gremlin Leader? Okay. We could double Wheel Kick one to death. I'm not crazy about that plan, but I don't see it not happening. Alright, so we can Fear No Evil Empty Fist to do 17 to Mad Gremlin. I guess we can Fear No Evil Inner Peace Miracle. Okay, so now we're Panaching. Great. I like how Panache costs 0 and makes something else cost 0, and then combos with things costing 0. Seems good. We have a significant amount of energy, so it's possible we can actually just not play an Apparition this turn and trigger Panache to kill this guy. So he's hitting for 18. Yeah, we're actually almost already blocked out. Oops, we're missing Diva Form. That's too bad. We need to find Weave, though, to make it work. So let's do a safety Cut Through Fate here. We found Just Lucky, that works too. And there's the Weave. Consecrate gets drawn on the wrong turn. That's okay. Apparition can't do anything interesting. And we can't play all 5 cards. So this is kind of a dud. I'm glad this didn't happen on turn 1. Alright, we should be able to kill one pretty easily. It's hard to not waste damage here. So double strike with Eruption kills Mad Gremlin perfectly, and then I guess the least wasteful way to kill Fat Gremlin is to follow up on him for 22, waste 6 damage. Oh, I triggered Panache and like didn't even think about the damage. Okay, so we're getting lethal this turn, right? Another perfect elite fight. Empty Body gets deck scaling benefits. How do we feel about the current stance changing ratio? We've got a Fear No Evil and an empty Inner Peace and a Vigilance to enter Calm. Only Empty Fist and Eruption Plus to exit. So we could take another Empty Fist. I think we need more card draw before we're supporting a 31 card deck though. So we just skip this. None of these draw. The deck works well enough without them. I think we're smithing again here. Champ is pretty scary, but we're pretty scary too. Probably can't skip Diva Form in this fight. And luckily we don't have to. Oh, we should have gone into Eruption. Probably. I guess not going into Eruption kind of saved our life here, so maybe that was not a misplay. We can play all 5 cards and trigger... Oh wait, Panache is not in play. Taking 12 is pretty scary. Is this the skill potion? We've got to survive and execute probably too, so I think we're just going to let this one roll. Alright, double wheel kick, we're never cycling past. And I think we can probably find a cheaper way to enter Calm than Vigilance. We're always playing that. There's Panache. Consecrate follow-up is happening. We can Inner Peace Empty Fist as well. Cut Through Fate gets us back a Weave. It's possible that the top card of the deck is Apparition Plus, or Apparition Minus, which is kind of sad. I don't want to draw an extra card, because that could be the Apparition Minus, and we definitely don't want to draw that this turn. Three more cards to trigger Panache again, but I don't want to play 3 more cards. Alright, he is once again not attacking, so we don't need that. Or I guess we'll keep Fear No Evil, just to trigger Kunai. Alright, we did get the apparition. That's unfortunate. We play Weave a bunch. Getting close to the break point, so we should pay attention to that. None of these are apparitions, which it seems like we're going to need this turn. Let's draw some cards. Maybe we don't need apparition. Yeah, looks like we blocked out. It's great. Even triggered Kunai at the wrong time. Alright, wheel kick, and this is what I'm here for. This is the turn, man. So this is our break turn. We get to do 80 damage on it, so we don't need the apparition because he's not attacking. Let's draw 4 cards. That's okay. Alright, weave and just lucky to a combo. I want that with the cut through fate, so we'll take it. I'll leave an apparition for the execute turn. Seems good. Oh wait, he's not executing next turn, he's buffing next turn. Can't trigger Panache. So we don't need these this turn. We are currently in Wrath and probably don't want to exit it, so I'll get rid of Inner Peace too. Okay, good fight. So maybe we shouldn't have taken that 12 because that was the only damage we took in the fight. Not the only damage we took in the act, but just about. Deus Ex Machina seems really good with Panache and lots of card draw. It does make hand size a little bit awkward. Helps us play Diva form. Yeah, I think Deus Ex Machina is probably in the deck. Every card we pick reduces the density of wheel kicks, though, and we need like 7 more copies of wheel kick before I wouldn't take any more wheel kicks. Philosopher's Stone is probably suicide. We might survive it, but we don't need to. Tiny House is okay. We can't get the potion, so you know, still better than skip, particularly because of the max HP. Going up to 37 would make us feel a little bit more comfortable. Fusion Hammer takes us up to 5 energy, which makes playing Diva form really easy. I think we take Fusion Hammer and then just pick like every draw card we see. Picking Fusion Hammer is just also not that bad when you've got like a highly upgraded deck going into Act 3. It's like, okay, we're gonna miss the upgrade on that last apparition, but like, who cares? We might even be able to pick upgraded cards in Act 3. Alright, we have to go fight this Mega Elite, so we have to go this way. We don't have to kill the heart, by the way, with the Infinite Ladder. We can just ignore keys, and it still counts as a win as long as we kill the Act 3 elites. So if I think it's going to increase my win percentage to skip keys, I will do that. But I think we're going for 2 points on this run, if we can get them. Alright, Panache first, clearly. Now Cut Through Fate is free. Go for the low health one. I think we have Fear No Evil, so we can take Eruption. We're getting beat up though, so I would like an apparition. Consecrate instead. Okay, well we can trigger Panache, which is something. I think this is the skill pot. This is like almost not survivable damage. I guess I'll take Swivel because it costs, it blocks for 8. We should have, I'm gonna restart the fight and take Inner Peace. I didn't realize I had 3 extra leftover energy. Alright, Panache first, and then Cut Through Fate. Neither of these. Play all these cards. Drink this, take Inner Peace this time, and draw some cards. Okay, so we did find an apparition, so we are now safe. And we can kill this guy. Miracle for 14 AoE seems fine. It's like a Conclude, but it doesn't do the other things that Conclude does. Neither one is attacking, so we just want to get attacks. Apparition to knock down the Darkling. He is buffing. I've never had an Apparition for Panache trigger choice before. This is a weird one. It's a pretty impactful Panache trigger. Nah. Alright, we have Wheel Kick available, which is great. We don't need 40 damage anywhere. I guess I'll use it to knock down the middle one, since he's got the most health. There's Diva Form. Let's see, we're doing 14 AoE. So we can kill him with any damage. And then if we play 3 more cards, he dies, but we can't play 3 cards. So I'll have to kill him next turn. Any of these would work. Sure. Oh, I picked the one card that did not work. Okay. Flying Sleeves is great. Retained cards help us trigger Kunai. It doesn't draw, though, which is the thing I said I wanted to do. So I think I'm not going to pick it. This is like the 3rd pressure points we've been offered this run. This one's upgraded. Reach 7 Plus is impressive, but I think no. We would get to double cast Reach 7 as well. We have Eruption and Apparition. So let's use the Eruption follow-up to kill Exploder. And an Apparition defend to block the Spiker damage. Next card is Deus Ex Machina. I'll go into Inner Peace just in case. Or go into Calm, just in case. Nobody is attacking. Oh, they're both attacking. Well, we need to find an Apparition then. Or 3. Okay, we're still taking 2. But whatever. Probably should have just played all of the Apparitions. I'm not sure what the point of not playing them was. We can double Wheel Kick him without taking damage right now. Okay. 2 damage Shape Fight, not too bad. Weave is kind of like card draw, because you get it back. I think if you're a deck with a Weave, you probably want 2 copies, especially if you're 32 cards. We really need card draw though. Darklings again, so soon. I guess we'll enter Calm and... Do we play an Apparition for 1 block? Yeah, we've got 5 of them. I guess so. Okay. Certainly Apparition here. Imagine if I'd brought those bronze scales a long time ago. Oh wait, was that the previous run or something? What did I buy from that store? All seems so long ago. I have 700 gold. Do I get to go to a store later? Yeah, I get to spend it here, and then the Act 4 store. Wild. We can potentially kill this middle slime with the Eruption, Cut Through Fate stuff. We don't have any Weaves, So the only damage we can count on is 9 plus 14, which is not enough. Oh wait, we can also... No, we can't count on a panache trigger either, because we haven't found that yet. Alright, so let's plan on not killing him. Okay, we got an apparition. I'll keep Foresight too. It's okay to retain 3 cards. That doesn't matter. Did we already spend Wheel Kick? No, we're just not finding it. We need the Apparition this turn. We're just playing 5 cards, I think. I guess we want to knock him down. It's a waste of a lot of damage. We should be able to play 5 cards again next turn. Oh wait, we haven't triggered Panache. We haven't found Panache. Okay, there's Wheel Kick finally. So, both Weaves and Panache are in the bottom 4 cards of the deck. That's irritating. This kills whoever I pointed at. We still did not get Panache because my hand was full. But we have lethal, so whatever. Another copy of Foresight gives me more reliable weaves, more reliable access to Foresight. I don't know if we really need that. Third Eye Plus kind of draws cards, and we're so desperate for drawing cards that I guess I'll take it. I am not paying 806 gold for friggin' red math. Unbelievable. Okay. Panache Wheel Kick seems like a good way to get started. It looks like Spheric Guardian is dead to Panache. So I guess I'll just Apparition and then do damage to Spikers, since now I'm basically immune to the damage return. We have 9 plus 12. I guess I'll put it on the weaker one. No, I won't coin out that strike. We don't get a Panache trigger, so he's already at 13. We'll get him next turn with the Panache. So playing this, and then I was looking for Weave. Didn't find it. So I guess we're setting up for next turn. We don't really need that. For that. I guess I'll keep Fear No Evil, why not? We are intangible. Alright, one more Panache trigger. Apparently not. So we're going to play Just Lucky, because otherwise we take 1 damage. Oh wait, we have lethal. Cool. I will not take a second Third Eye Plus. Even though it gets weaves more reliably. Alright, max HP Rectomancer. Apparition isn't super what we're looking for on turn 1, mostly just looking for damage. Maybe we'll get a Wheel Kick? No. Okay. Well, I think being intangible next turn is pretty powerful, so let's do that. Weave is definitely out. We'll keep Third Eye to go with Weave and drop Vigilance. We are intangible this turn, so we can do whatever we want. We can't draw any cards or change stances or anything fun like that. We have no access to Panache. We're probably trying to kill this stagger. These guys are both exploding. Don't really want to strike next turn. Okay, so what do we want next turn? Follow-up Sanctity seems good. I don't think we need Fear No Evil. Deus Ex Machina helps with proc Sanctity. We don't need Strike. Okay. So kill you. I guess Empty Fist on you. Get a Dex. And I will stack up another Apparition. Next turn's kind of scary too. We've already seen this choice. We left those there on purpose. Alright, Sanctity draws cards. One of those cards is Diva Form. I think those are the only cards we play. Maybe Apparition. Yeah, might as well keep the Apparitions rolling. It costs 0. What is she doing? Summoning. Okay. So we don't need any of this. We're at Calm right now. That's not true. So this can't draw cards, so we'll leave it. Eruption's fine. Alright, so we can Eruption and Wheel Kick with the Weaves in hand, so the Weaves are guaranteed to be on the bottom of the deck, which is great. We need to clear out some hand room. Wheel Kick draws 4 cards, so we need to have 6 or fewer non-Wheel Kick cards in hand. So we get 3, 6, 7, so we need to spend a Miracle before we Wheel Kick. Alright, now we've got Panache up. And we can trigger it like several times this turn. We don't need that for next turn. I'll go ahead and keep Apparition stacking. 2 Miracles for 14 AoE damage. No, I'll save them. Definitely don't need wounds. Probably not interested in exiting Wrath either. Looks like lethal to me. Okay. Akabiko. Talk to the Hand is amazing. It's not card draw, but I will take it anyway. We can't smith anymore. I'll go ahead and take the key while we've got a free second. We would only heal for 4, so probably don't need to do that. The Maw Bank is triggering on the Jawworms. Oh, I guess it's supposed to trigger on Maw, huh? The ecology of the Spire is very strange. We have Eruption Empty Fist. I think this is going to be a Miracle Sanctity turn, though, so let's see that first. Third eye could get us Weaves. I guess let's get that information first. Vigilance blocks for free, but nobody's attacking, so we don't care about that. These aren't Weaves. We probably need an Apparition next turn. Definitely don't need that. I don't really need that either. Keep it just lucky. Alright, so who is the lowest? You are. So we can Weave Just Lucky Weave to kill the middle one. Apparently, only Just Lucky is required. Don't need both. We'll double Apparition. And enter Calm. Do a little bit extra damage. We already used our 1 Wrath mode enter, so we're not getting back into Wrath mode anytime soon. This guy has lower effective HP. He's about to block for 5. So we'll target this guy. Cut Through Fate draws some weaves and a panache, apparently. I'll keep apparitions stacking just for next turn. Can't play 3 cards, so. Talk to the Hand is great. Okay. Yet another perfect fight. Again, no card draw available. Empty Fist Plus is quite a card, but no thank you. We have almost 1,000 gold and we didn't even go to the Mind Bloom event. We've just been holding a Mob Bank for forever. Okay, Sundial. We have to go to this shop. I would love to get an extra elite, but we absolutely must spend our 1,000 gold. It calls to me. Okay. Definitely Diva Form, Apparition, and Third Eye are getting played this turn. I guess I'll play the free one. Talk to the Hand's good for next turn, although not super good. But I will keep it. We'll go ahead and stack up an Apparition for next turn. We might be trying to be intangible when the Exploders go off. Doesn't look like we have very much damage. Yeah, so this Apparition makes it so that we're intangible next turn as well. Next turn is the Exploder turn, so we don't need to worry about them doing damage. We do have to worry about how we're playing all these cards, though. We're intangible, so we can kill Spiker right now. Actually, no, we do 48 damage, so he survives slightly. Let's play a bunch of miracles. So we have Hand Room. That was kind of sloppy. There's more miracles than we needed to play. And if we drop Panache, we'll wish we still had them. Okay, we didn't. So Consecrate kills the Spiker. I guess we're just killing everybody this turn? Sure. Whatever. None of these draw cards. I want to draw cards. Do you have any card draw? Good sir. Cut Through Fate. That's excellent card draw. Thank you. Pocket Watch is technically card draw. Doesn't really feel like card draw, though. Card Remove. He's kind of like card draw. Makes your deck more consistent. And we badly want to get rid of all these stupid strikes. So we're buying this, and this is card draw, so we'll buy that too. We'll get rid of a strike. Now what are we doing with the other 700 money? Is it possible Orrery is a purchase here? I think it is. We could buy Conjure Blade. We tend to have a lot of energy. This is a Diva Form deck. Conjure Blade could buy us a damage cap. Let's see what's in here first. We have access to Lessons Learned. We probably know on that. There's another Just Lucky. Fasting could be a pick. Probably not ever Just Lucky, though. Study would help us draw cards. That's the thing I said I wanted. Simmering Fury is a Wrath Enter, which we're super light on, and card draw. There's another copy of Fasting available. And there's another Talk to the Hand. Alright, I think we're probably most excited about the Talk to the Hand. And then the Just Lucky. And then maybe Simmering Fury? I think we're probably taking one of the cards in this pack. Study or Simmering Fury, I think, are better than Skip. I think we're probably skipping this one. I think we're probably skipping this pick too. I'm taking the Simmering Fury out of here. Maybe Study is better. Study helps proc Panache more, because you can keep the insights. Nah, we need more Wrath enters. Okay. And then, do we want anything else at this store? Still got 600 money left. No, I don't think we do. I think we're passing on all this stuff. We could get Pocket Watch. We trigger it really rarely, but when we do trigger it, it's kind of an emergency, so maybe we'd buy this. I guess it adds some value. Here's Ma. Ma Bang just stopped triggering, so sorry Ma. You don't get to see your friend. Let's set up Talk to the Hand and see if we can draw some weaves or something. Wheelkick's pretty good at drawing weaves. Or something. Hey, there's a weave. Keep the other Cut Through Fate for next turn. Just super casually blocking for 22. Alright, so let's Cut Through Fate first. Get rid of that nonsense. We don't really need Sanctity either, so let's draw a different card. Eruption seems okay. We could just Simmering Fury, though. But we get more damage if we Eruption. I guess we can just do it all. We're already in Wrath, but drawing 2 cards is still good. No reason to play Apparition, just exhausts. Alright, he is coming for us, so we might need to exit and block. Let's do some damage first. I don't think we need Diva Form in this fight. Fight's more than halfway over, so... It looks like we blocked. Now we're talking. Violence Panache. We're gonna shuffle. So... We'll keep all this, though. That seems good. Violence on a fresh deck. Empty Fist while we're in Calm. Panache with a bunch of miracles. Yep, we've already seen these. Okay, Panache first. I guess I'll draw the Violence cards. Oh my gosh, okay. Well, I guess I'll take the upgraded one, because I can only draw one. Don't really need either of those. And Panache is lethal. Nope. These aren't card draw. I think we go to another fire, just for fun. Oh, right. We can't really heal. I forgot about that. I think we skip these. We do have way more stance changing now than we used to, now that we have the Simmering Fury. But I don't think we want fasting. Kind of junks up the deck. I forgot we had Dreamcatcher because that was literally the first time in the entire run we've rested. Question mark or fight? We don't get much out of fights, just a possibility of dying mainly. We don't get much out of this event either, but, you know. Losing 2 max HP is actually kind of brutal. But I don't want the madnesses, so I guess I'll take it. Okay, forced into another unnecessary rest. Hey, that's card draw. We did it. We found the card draw. We have a 40 card deck now, so that's terrible, but you know what, whatever. Man, do we play Foresight? This might be a Pocket Watch turn. We can like Spirit Shield. Yeah, Madness on a Wheel Kick sounds fun. That is true. I think this is a Pocket Watch turn. I think this is Spirit Shield, Apparition, Foresight. We give him strength, but we're gonna try and outscale him, and Foresight gives us back Weaves, which is pretty important. Also, if we don't play Weave this turn, we both trigger Pocket Watch and leave up Akabiko. I guess we don't have anything that actually scales with Akabiko. We don't have like a Ragnarok or even a Flying Sleeves, which is kind of weird. Alright, just 3 cards, so I would like more cards next turn, please. Talk to the Hand's great. We probably want that in the second phase, though. No, we want it now. I'll keep all these. I guess we play Panache, too. We play Panache and Diva form. We're just really stacking up his strength. He only gets 1 strength on this difficulty, though, so I'm not too worried about it. That's right, Awakened One. I don't care about your power. Let's play Violence before Consecrate. We could get Wrath form, which we would want to do. 3, 6, 7. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, we did not get it. But we did get Weaves, which is neat. We probably want to proc Sanctity this turn. Maybe not. We have a lot of 0-cost attacks, so it's kind of hard to sort through exactly what we're doing. We're definitely triggering Panache, so we only need to do 40 damage to him and 35 to him. Maybe we're triggering Panache again? Kind of looks like we are. So we'll just leave him at 14. Oh wait, we have Consecrate. That was a mistake. This draws us our Weaves back. And there's Wheel Kick. Actually, we're going to not draw Wheel Kick intentionally, because we can't play it right now. So we're going to take Fear No Evil and leave Wheel Kick for next turn. Let's see. Yeah, I will Miracle out a Fear No Evil, both so that we enter Calm, but mainly so that we trigger Kunai again. Okay, should be in pretty good shape this turn. Let's draw a bunch of cards. We might not even need an Apparition this turn. I'm okay with drawing that next turn. Yeah, these are good to go. Yeah, we're blocked out here. We don't need Apparition. We might not need Apparition next turn, but I'll leave it in case there's an emergency. Cut Through Fate is great, so Simmering Fury. Actually, we'll skip the Simmering Fury. It feels wrong to see 5 cards and not change any of them, so I just changed 1. So I didn't want to have that feeling. Playing 2 defends gets us a Panache trigger, and that's all we need to do. Right, we've already seen these cards a million times. None of these cards draw cards, so we can't shuffle. Oh wait, we can. So okay, so let's Cut Through Fate, get both of the Weaves back, and then shuffle with Inner Peace, so that the Weaves are in the bottom of the next shuffle. We need to get rid of at least one of these, so the Inner Peace does cause a shuffle. Let's play the Miracles, so that we can have room to draw the cards. We have 7 cards in hand, which is correct. We don't want to play the Eruption. We want to play the Eruption before the Weaves, but we don't want to play the Eruption so that we don't redraw it, because we don't want to play it twice this turn. I think I'll leave the other Talk to the Hand for the second phase, since we're getting there pretty quickly. We'll go ahead and Spirit Shield just in case we're trying to block out with, we're having trouble blocking out with non-apparition. But it looks like we're getting there pretty easily. This might be lethal as well. Apparition for next turn is good, especially if this is lethal. These ones are slightly less good, but I will keep the... Yeah, okay, cool. That was a panache lethal as well. I wish I could get Talk to a Hand next turn, but it is what it is. Maybe we'll redraw it. I already looked at these and decided I wanted them. I'm not allowed to play Strike there. Maybe I could have played an extra attack. Yeah, but you're not allowed to. You have to have a target. Looks like we need an Apparition this turn. I'll go ahead and play another Apparition too, just in case next turn is scary. Is he not guaranteed to slash on turn 1 in this Ascension? I thought he always slashed on turn 1. Wheel Kick is great. I would like to have it now. And we can get it now with Fear No Evil Inner Peace. And we have tons of energy. Let's get rid of that Strike. We're gonna shuffle with, when we want to shuffle with the Weaves in hand. So let's keep the Weaves, even though we're exiting Wrath. We got extra Sundial energy, like we need that. We have 3, 6, 8 cards in hand, so we can Sanctity now. Blocking for 19. Okay, great, we can go back into Wrath. Well, this deck seems good. Oh look, we got back to Talk to the Hand. Just in time. Technically got it on his second phase. Didn't get any block out of it. We played it. Hi YTI, how's it going? Another unnecessary rest. The hallmark of a successful run. None of these draw cards. Crescendo might be kind of nice. I'm not taking a 40th card, not unless it's really good. It's just embarrassing. We don't have any X-Cost stuff. We can take a lessons learned and get 1 upgrade. Pair is really good. I think it's probably pair card remove. It's pretty weird for pair to be so powerful this late, but it's like a 25% increase in our current HP and max HP. Kunai can run into problems against the Heart, but I think we should be fine. We are a little bit drawer dependent, especially with a 40 card deck. There's definitely, you know, a set of 10 cards or whatever that if those are the top cards of the deck, we die against the Heart. But that is reasonably statistically unlikely. Yeah, we could get Vajra and Vault. No, wait, we can't afford that. Why did Sir Artemal? Why are you always trying to trick me with your math? What about Mayhem? Would we pick Mayhem? What's the worst thing Mayhem can do? Mayhem can play Deus Ex Machina and exhaust it? Does that even work? No, it just does nothing. If you measure percentages like that, which I think is reasonable to do, then sometimes you get percentages over 100. For example, if pair gave us 40 max HP, your algorithm would conclude that that is a 133% increase. And I think that that's the way that most people do percentages, but I feel like percentage is always supposed to be a number between 0 and 100. It can't be more than that. So I always divide by the larger number. So for me, it's a 25% increase. For a lot of people, it's a 33% increase. And that's okay. It doesn't particularly bother me when they measure it that way, but I think that 25% is also a defensible way to say the amount of increase. Yeah, Vajra is interesting. We do a lot of attacks because of the kunai. But I don't know if we really need strength. We may get most of our damage from going into Wrath mode and then just playing an awful lot of attacks, and then occasionally a wheel kicking somebody for 80. So Vajra would be nice. Yeah, I think. Oops. I think card remove is pretty necessary because the nightmare scenario is a terrible draw, and that is very possible. Becomes slightly less possible if we remove a card. And then I think pair is also nice. Do we ever actually survive something that we wouldn't have survived without pair? With pair? Because, like, we're not going to get hit for, 4 damage by the Spire Spear. He's going to hit us for 14 times 3, right? So, like, maybe pair doesn't matter. Maybe we either block or we don't. But it feels nice to be a little bit safer. Alright, we can't actually land Talk to the Hand, but it is an attack that we can play. We have an apparition, so we are relatively safe. Let's cut through Fate and look for a weave. Hey, great, we got one. We've got our Dex proc. We are safe from damage. So do we use Talk to the Hand to just get 7 damage here? Because it doesn't proc kunai. We've already committed to not getting Pocket Watch. Maybe that was wrong. Maybe I should have skipped the Dex and not procced Pocket Watch. To proc Pocket Watch. Yeah, actually, I think I am going to do that. Pocket Watch is way more powerful than Dex here. I didn't think about that. Okay. So, we have to Apparition, and we have to defend. Well, we don't have to defend necessarily, but I think we're still going to cut through Fate. Let's discard both and see if we can find, like, Diva Form or something. Or Wheel Kick. Okay. So now I played 1 card. This is 2 cards. I think we just enter Calm. It seems like a pretty good last card to play. So then we can either have a Dex or we can do 12 damage. Or either have a Dex and 12 damage or draw 3 cards next turn. It seems like drawing 3 cards is pretty clearly better. Okay, so this is a big turn. So Violence hopefully draws us either... Well, I guess we have both the Weaves. So Violence is probably drawing us, like, just Luckies and maybe a Wheel Kick. Could go as Talk to the Hand as well. Consecrate. And Empty Fist. We could Inner Piece to draw cards. Alright, we're definitely not triggering Pocket Watch this turn, so let's start going for it. Oh, wait. We have to figure out if we're interpiecing, because if we want to interpiece for cards, we need to do it before we play Eruption. So can we empty cards out of our hand such that we can play Interpiece and then play Eruption? Or we could use Interpiece to get back into Calm. That works too. I think either way we're playing Apparition, so that's 1 card out of hand. Probably playing the Miracle this turn. I'm not sure if Miracle is a safe play exactly, but... Okay, so we have 3, 6, 8 cards in hand. So we need to play 1 more before we can Interpiece. Simmering Fury seems like a reasonable play. Just draw 2 extra cards next turn. If we play Simmering Fury and Interpiece, and then we draw Diva Form, are we, like, miracling out Diva Form? unclear. I guess we can Eruption out Diva Form. Yeah, I think Miracle is probably better than Simmering Fury. We'll make the Simmering Fury decision later. I think Miracle is happening this turn. Okay, here's the other Talk to the Hand. Okay, so I think it's Eruption time. And then let's get these out of hand. There's a Wheel Kick. Okay, great. So Wheel Kick is doing 80. We're going to trigger Panache maybe this turn, which is weird to think about because we have 1 energy left, and or after Wheel Kick. Maybe we're not playing Panache this turn. Either way, I did mess up A3. We died on Silent. So this draws 4 cards, and we have 6 non-Wheel Kick cards in hand, so that's fine. So let's do that. Okay, there's Panache. We can Foresight to make something cost 0. We lose a little bit of control over what we're doing if we do that. Yep, it was Book of Stabbing. We had a really shitty Act 2 pathing situation where we had to either do like 4 hallway fights and then a question mark and then an elite, or we had to do the Mega Elite, and we ran into Strength Book of Stabbing. So we were like, I don't know. Sometimes shit happens, I guess. It seems like the card we want to play is Third Eye. To get both to get the Weaves back and to block. FNE? Oh, Fear No Evil. I don't know if I'm playing Fear No Evil here. I think I'm using Third Eye to kill him. And I guess we're just developing the Apparition, just because why not? What does Violence do right now? It gets specifically the Just Luckies and nothing else. Oh, Consecrate also. That actually seems pretty good. The Just Luckies both do 3 cards apiece. We're at 4 cards right now. This is a card. So we trigger... we would almost trigger it twice. We actually do trigger it twice. Panache. 2 more times. So we don't have to do any more damage to Spire Spear. To Violence. Plus Consecrate is an AoE attack. We're not going to need that next turn. Yeah, it seems like Ascension 20 is 20 times harder than Ascension 1, but that's really not true. It's like, it's marginally harder, you know? You can definitely still die in Ascension 1. It does feel quite a bit easier, but... Deus Ex Machina seems good for next turn. Okay, so now we don't need to block, so we could Foresight. If we Foresight, we get the Weaves back for next turn. Actually, if we Foresight, we kind of run out of hand room, because we have Deus Ex Machina and Weaves. But I guess we just have 10 cards in hand, and that's fine. Yeah, right. You have played 21 cards this turn. You're like, geez, what time is it? This turn's taking a long time. I think I like Foresight and getting Weaves next turn better than Third Eye and getting them this turn. Because next turn we're probably going to shuffle. So if we have Weaves in hand, we can do that elegantly. Actually, I guess we're not going to shuffle. Oh, no, we can with Sanctity. Yeah, so we'll play with Foresight. And get a free strike, I guess. We can't get rid of any of these cards, or else we... Oh, wait, yeah, we can. We don't need Diva Form in this fight. This fight's, like, clearly almost over. Okay. So we want to... Oh, we were supposed to get rid of 1 more of the cards, so that Sanctity caused the shuffle. I forgot about that. Okay. What does the hand do? Apparition? This makes you intangible. So yeah, let's play the unupgraded ones so that we whatever. None of this matters because we're winning, I think, this turn. Yeah, great. Okay. What does the artifact do? Wait. I'm confused. What is artifact? Oh, that hand. Yeah, mummified hand. Okay, so whenever you play a power, it makes another card cost 0. Super powerful, but you know, I'm not really using that to the greatest extent this run. Mainly the only synergy is like when I play Panache, something else costs 0, so sometimes I can trigger Panache on the turn I find it. I guess I'll pick up Warpaint. Are we picking up any of these cards? There's another shot at Lessons Learned. The game really wants me to take Lessons Learned, and I just won't do it. It's like, take it! You could get upgrades! No. No, Slay the Spire. Alright, that Deus Ex Machina upgrade actually makes the, even though we took, Runic Hammer, our Fusion Hammer, we still got all of our apparitions upgraded. So our hand size problems got a little bit worse there, because we have to expect to draw Panache, or not Panache, Deus Ex Machina Plus now. So it's 1 extra card. Indignation is good for artifact removal, but I'm not planning on having to do too much artifact removal. Well, this is about as good as an opening hand can be for this deck. Unfortunately, we are taking 1 beat damage, but that's okay. We don't have barrier or anything. And then we're off to the races. Sure, I'll play Panache. Why not? Let's draw some more cards with Miracle Sanctity. And get the other top of the hand down too. Yes, please. I'm not playing Apparition for 0. There's no reason to do that. Yeah, we didn't trigger Pocket Watch that turn. What's he doing? Attacking for 60. We probably don't have time to Diva Form this turn. But I'm going to keep it anyway. We're either playing it now or never playing it, so we'll give it a shot. We do have Apparition, so we can play it. Alright, great. I'll play the Weave first to block beat damage while we were playing Apparition. So I'll play all the 0-cost attacks. And then we'll play Diva Form, and Apparition, and third eye gets us a couple more Weaves. Apparition's still pretty good next turn. So I'll keep 1 of them. I don't want to play 2 Apparitions next turn. And since we have Apparition, I'll keep Eruption, and Cut Through Fate draws us the Weaves back. Well, this was just an unbelievably good start. Like, we could have lost this fight for sure, but not with that start. Let's play Spirit Shield first. Blocks beat damage and probably most of Heart's damage. And then Apparition, Eruption. Yeah, we probably don't need the Spirit Shield. Definitely don't want either of those. Hey, just lucky. Scry's just getting all the status cards. You don't have to draw those, don't worry about it. Okay. I don't think I want to strike this turn. Let's see, are we in Wrath now? We are in Wrath. I think we want to stay in Wrath, so I'll get rid of Interpiece. We have plenty of energy for Slimes, so play that. What is Violence getting right now? Nothing. There's absolutely nothing for Violence to get. And we don't need Apparition this turn, so we'll probably draw a Void here? No, just lucky. Yeah, we're definitely playing Simmering Fury. I guess I don't want to draw Void. Okay. Yeah, blasphemy is pretty much the only way to lose. I'm not sure how we would generate one, but... is this the big attack? Yes, it is. We can lose here. We could just, like, not draw any intangibles and die. I guess we don't die if we double defend Inner Peace, because his damage goes down to 42 and we block for 10. So I'll keep that as a safety mechanism. Okay, great. We drew weaves and stuff, because this fight apparently loves us. I don't know what we did to earn its trust. But I need to do that in all future runs, because it's really effective. Okay, we can draw cards with Fear No Evil Inner Peace, so let's do that. We actually don't even need the Apparition to block this turn, it looks like. Just the 5 top of the hand will do it. Let's go ahead and, I think it's Violence, it's time to shine. If we play Eruption, we probably do... Oh wait, we have Empty Fist, so we can get back out. I was going to say if we play Eruption, we probably do need Apparition. Okay, I'll draw that next turn. But I would rather save the Apparition. If we played 3 cards, we do 14 panache damage. But I think I'd rather save the Apparition. I'll keep the defend just in case. There's an Apparition. Oh no, counts down. What do you mean? Yeah, Panache is always very confusing. Because it counts down. Or at least it confuses me frequently. Jeez, did that block for 56? What? How much dex do we have? 14? No, it can't have blocked for 56. Sorry. 56 was just how much block I had total. It blocked for 19, which is still an unbelievable amount. Okay, well we're blocked out without Apparition, so we will save it. I don't need to block this turn, because this is his non-attack turn, right? Yep. I'll keep Sanctity in case we need to draw some cards. And there's Wheel Kick. Is there anything here that scries? There is. I think we're gonna, like, Wheel Kick Simmering Fury Sanctity to shuffle. And then put the weaves on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so now the weaves are on the bottom, and we can continue playing cards. Getting past statuses. And redrawing Wheel Kick. Jeez. What is the deal with this fight? Oh, I didn't get my weaves back because of the miracles. Drat. Let's play one of these and a third eye. Let's see. So we're going to draw these cards with Inner Peace. I don't need Spirit Shield this turn or Apparition. These cards seem good. We can draw a Wrath with Inner Peace, so let's do that before we play the weaves. 3, 6, 8 cards, so we need to play one more before we Apparition, or before we Inner Peace. Let's play the Defend. Are we getting there? Is this lethal? Seems pretty lethal. I guess I'll take a strike. I don't want to enter calm. I guess this does more damage, though. Seems like it might be a little bit close. Nope, we got there. Okay, cool. Well, that was quite a finish. We have to look at our deck now, because it doesn't let you look at it in the end game screen. Yeah, that was a fun one. We went to a really early shop, and I was like, hey, Panache Weave, that sounds like fun. Then later we got Kunai, so this run really wanted us to win. Just everything was falling the right way. Even against the heart, we could have died on like a number of turns, but it was just like, nope, here's your apparition. No, you drew both top of the hands in the first 2 turns, so sometimes it's easy. Floating upward. I like how hard Defect is trying to like climb the side of the spire, whereas Watcher's just like floating.